So, part 2 on the balance, the balance. This one is very quick. Instead of having your fulcrum, or as well as having your fulcrum, with vulnerability in here, to create your balance between the extremes, and the extremes would be, fear and anxiety, the whole business of the media, the news, making us nervous perhaps, the difficulties that come from daily life getting rather trammelled, and then the other side would be the fact that you may sit peacefully in a corner, I hope, somewhere, or in a room that you love. Make places that you love. It's really important when you can't go out, and with the music that you love, or a book, or whatever. So they would be the extremes, and so you can have your vulnerability there, having that as your centre. And the second one, and I'm not being silly, but the second one is gratitude. It's very difficult to be aware constantly, or it's quite difficult to be aware constantly of gratitude. But please try, and it's very hard when you're low, when you're tired, and when you are feeling faithless to your heart. Remember that your heart does know what's going on, and all of this will stop one day, and we will be changed. We will be different. That's the whole point of it all, I think. It's clever. What is going on is very clever. Wherever it's come from is very clever. So if you're feeling shattered by what's going on, a very good way of putting yourself back together is to practice this balance. And you can do it sitting listening to some lovely music, and as always, when we said this years ago, probably 6 or 7 years ago now, put your lovely music on and go into the music and go with the music, and that will start you off on your journey. If you are keen on poetry or something like that, or a beautiful book, the same will do it. But music is the easiest, probably purest, for you to tune into and go with it and just let yourself go. And this time, put gratitude in. Now, gratitude is tricky when you're tired. It's tricky when you're low. It's tricky when somebody tells you, be grateful for what you have. Oh, you want to, on a good day, you want to clock them. I don't, but it makes you think, oh, shush. And of course, it is very tricky to sometimes to make a shopping list of things that you have for which you're grateful, but it is helpful. If you can think of all the lovely things that have gone on in your life, and I don't see a problem with having a picture gallery to relive some of the lovely times. You don't need your own video player to look at lovely times. They play through your memory, and they play through your mind. And by the way, don't forget that there isn't just one mind. We all have the same mind. Mind is universal. You only have to look at philosophers speak for a long time, and they will tell you. And I'm very fond of Plato, and Plato has his wonderful absolutes up here somewhere in one of our lovely energy fields. The absolute of love, the absolute of justice, the absolute of kindness, all those things out here somewhere. They're not stranded, pull them down into you. So when you're trying to find your balance, think of the plane, think of your heart, and please put gratitude into it. And sometimes, even just a lovely cup of tea or a lovely cup of coffee is something worthy of the grace of thanking. Just thank heaven, thank your heart, thank the tea pickers. Please just be grateful. It really helps.